this is going to be our 4th or maybe even our 5th now. It's hard to keep track. Stream going through this series. Last time we finished off Limgrave. This time, my goal is to finish the series bottom half of the first underground. So our first boss is down here, and the other one's hidden, so most people probably won't expect it. But our first boss is the Ancestor Spirit. You see there's all these instead, I don't mind it. The mechanic of just going like fun. I was gonna say though that I think the mechanic is fun enough. It's really score around boss fight. It's cool to get teleport to the boss. I think probably rank this one higher. I think this one dies. But I do think I'm gonna rank this in a first playthrough coming through this area. This is a very beautiful region, and not something we've had to do so far. We've not really had to do any sort of highlight so far. So it feels kind of fun to explore around and play with the pillars. And then when you do finally get to the boss, it is a beautiful boss. It's not very intimidating. But it is good. And a nice little fight. One last bridge. archers plus my day up every time. Siofra and Knocked on Butter are probably my favorites. I love this underground dark cave idea. The cosmic parts of Elden Ring are such a fascinating thing to me. It really feels like the game combined everything they learned from Dark Souls and Bloodborne and even Sekiro to some degree. Night Rain kind of even feels like that more, especially now that we've seen like Dark Souls 3's enemies appearing and it's called the Centipede Demon and shit like that. You see like the character that has the parrying and I think it's called what is it, the Noble Lady, I don't remember what her class is called. Anyway, I think the Ancestral Spirit is a solid A tier. I'm probably gonna put the Regal variant of it a little bit lower, even though it is like a more evolved version of the fight, just because it really feels like this is where that one should have been all along, and this one is just kind of taking up the spot. But seeing as this is the first time the player is going to encounter one of these types of boss, and the first time they're going to like solve the little puzzle, I feel like this is the more important to the task. I missed him my first time through for quite a while. I think I had already like completely beat Limgrave whenever I had to come back to fight this dude, because I did not know he was even here. Like, I killed the one in Dragon's Consult with Marcella, because he's the Ice Lightning, before I had even found out. On subsequent playthroughs, this guy knows me sometimes, because I know I can take him, but I always feel like whenever I first start out, I do like the dragon. They're not drops the dragon shot. Comment on how good or bad it is. You gotta go on Starfield over here, so that is a useful resource starting. So it is still probably worth it to grab that. Killing him for the rest of the day, he's alright, but I don't think the Dragon King Soldier on its own is all that great. I'd probably put this guy either the B or the C tier. I almost feel like it's sort of bordering on cavalry, where it doesn't feel very notable anytime it pops up. Whereas, honestly, I feel like the Lake of Bob is going to stand out so much. Because it's like the middle of that area, and you have to fight on the platform for a specific fight. Whereas here, it's just kind of like a neutered version of the dragon. It's tucked away in a random little corner over here. It might make sense narratively for him to be here, but I don't think he's worth anything more than either a C or a B tier. Really leaning towards C, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop him in the C tier. I don't think he's a particularly notable fight whatsoever, to be honest. And then after that, we can move on up to the Stillwater Cave. Stillwater Cave is our second of the little reoccurring poison type caves throughout the game. The first one was the Tombsword Cave back in the Weeping Peninsula, which ended with the Miranda Blossom boss fight, which was just kind of pretty mediocre. I was a little bit more generous on that cave, solely because it was the first poison cave in the game, and pretty tucked away. So it didn't really feel like something that was going to be constantly an obstacle for most players. Cave is kind of also off the beaten path. If you first enter Liurnia and you just start making your way through it and exploring, you're more than likely to miss the Stillwater Cave, because it's right along this cliff face at the very end of Liurnia, down by the swamp water. One thing I don't think I noticed is just how often the jellyfish guide you towards the entrances of caves and dungeons here in Liurnia, and even in a few of the other regions throughout the game. That is a nice little touch. See, this is an interesting poison cave, because unlike Tombsword, where pretty much the entire dungeon floor was just covered in poison, here we have a bunch of little safe spots along the shore, and there's even this raised part of the dungeon this side, where we can avoid getting poisoned altogether. Just like in the last one, which in the last one was boss, was really fact that this is a poisonous swamp thing. Like that there's a way to avoid poison. There's a long way. Once again, I like the serpents and draw. I like that they only ever seem to be like poisonous swamp type dungeons or areas. Makes them really feel like they belong in the places where you encounter them. What is this? Sage clothes. Side paths and poison arrows. We're only in the area and things are already getting a little bit trickier to where even like the trash weapons isn't necessarily like my only option. And I won't necessarily power everything. Although I think my spells are so good that I can power everything right now. But I think the way is going to be. So we're here in the Bossfights. time encountering the Queen Rod Knight. I think this is a pretty solid encounter. It is just normal as we give the boss health bar, so it's not something that's too crazy though. Probably get the Queen Rod Knight of the tier. Now that we're getting into Lyria, I do feel like we could be branching out a little bit and do a little bit more, but I don't think it's a terrible first option. Dungeon here. As for the cave itself, I gave the Tombsword a use here because I was being generous for it being the first Haunt cave, but I do think this one is an absolute improvement in every way. I would definitely give this an A tier.